Emeril Lagasse here. Welcome to Emeril Live. Boy, have we got an incredible show for you tonight. I'm so excited about tonight's show. So excited. Woo! You know why? Why? Well, I have to count myself as one of the millions of coffee lovers in this country. Yeah. Everybody drink coffee for the most part, right? You know that Americans drink over 350 million cups of coffee a day? That's a lot of coffee. That's a lot of Java. But you know what? How many of you ever cooked with coffee? Have you ever cooked with coffee? Yeah? Now I'm going to show you a very interesting barbecue sauce made with coffee for some killer baby back ribs that'll knock your lights out. Oh, yeah. An interesting dish with spare ribs. Pork ribs, whatever kind of ribs, is using a simple barbecue sauce that, if you don't have the time, I guess you could use one of those prepared ones and add a little coffee to it and cook it a little bit. But let me show you from scratch. You want to talk about a dynamite pork rib dish. Watch this. And how can it be bad when you start with an ingredient like bourbon? You want to take a cup of bourbon and you want to reduce this over low heat. Now, folks, you don't have to be a rocket scientist here to figure this out. There's alcohol in here, okay? Be careful. It's going to ignite. If you have a gas stove, it probably is going to ignite. Look, you want to be able to really keep things to yourself, you know. They're real. So, now that we've got the bourbon, the reason why we're doing this, we're extracting the flavor. We're evaporating some of the alcohol, evaporating some of that volume, but we're concentrating the flavor because we want that sort of corn smoky flavor in this thing. That's why we're doing this. So, it will look like this when we're done. That's reduced by about half to 60%. But what I have is this really musky corn sort of flavor. With me so far? Yeah. Great. Now, here's how simple we're going to make this. Take some oil. We're going to start our barbecue sauce with some onion. We're going to season that onion spicy. Crushed red pepper. You want it spicier? Add more. You want it more? Add more. You know the drill. Okay. We're going to add a little bit of essence. Once the onion cooks for about 2 or 3 minutes, add a little salt. Once it cooks for about 2-3 minutes, then we're going to add the next layer. Some garlic. You know, want to add a little of that. Look, you add a little bit like that. The zest of a lemon, that would be the outer peel, and some sort of chili pepper. Jalapeno is what I'm using right here, 1 chopped up, okay? So you may be saying, wow, he's got lemon, he's got crushed pepper, essence, now he put a chili pepper in there. All right, once that happens, cook that a little bit. Now we start building another layer. We're going to add a little cider vinegar, the juice of a lemon, brown sugar. So brown sugar as opposed to white sugar. I did this purposely. See, that's the reason why. See the color that we're getting already on that? Then we're going to add ketchup. That's what's going to give it our tomatoey flavor. Now, going to add the coffee. You have it left over from yesterday, fine. Put it in the refrigerator. You can have iced coffee, or you could use it for cooking. You're going to add some coffee in here. Now, to balance some of the hotness, I'm going to add some steams. This is cane syrup, okay? Cane syrup. You could use molasses, or you could use like Caro as well, dark Caro. This is a little bit more really like nutsy, really, because it's pure. So we're going to add a little bit of that for sweetness and for color. Going to kick it up a couple of notches with some hot sauce, okay? Some of the Worcestershire sauce, you know, a splash. And then we're going to add that bourbon that we extracted right in there. Now, going to mix all that in. Make sure the sugar is dissolved. You're going to cook that no more than 5 minutes. You got an unbelievable barbecue. Kind of a, but it's not like this, you know, like this thick. There's a reason. Reason is this. Take your ribs, like I have here, pork ribs. 1 portion for me. Okay? Then, season them. Little essence. Then you take this incredible coffee barbecue that we made, and you're just going to pour it right over it like this. Oh, can you feel the love in here already? Now, you do the proper thing. Refrigerate. If you got overnight, fantastic. Folks, if you got 2 days, like you're going to do this on Sunday afternoon, if you could try to do this like on Friday night, oh my God, let me tell you. When you're ready, you see, as it settles down, it starts getting pasty like that. Then what you do is this. Right on the old grill. Oh, wait. Right on the old grill. Now, look. This stuff here is like gold. Okay? So every now and then, when I look, don't rush them. People, they get jack up the stove all the way, like, easy. What did it do to you? Like medium heat. We're slowly going to just stop basting them as we turn them. Let's go back to the barbecue sauce for a minute. There's an option that you have. You can keep it loose, like it was, a little loose. Or you can take a boat motor or your blender or food processor before you put it on the ribs. And you could puree it, and you'd get a more substantial thickness to it. Not so much the flavor, but thickness. And if you're going to baste with it, I always am safe to tell people because of, you know, the barbecue police are out there. You ever see those guys in the neighborhood? Oh, yeah. Trying to get my ribs, you know? Or your sausage. No, I mean, they have like a whole list, a whole thing. Ribs, brisket. Anyhow, this is a rough crowd here. What you want to do is bring them up in the pan, the sauce, and bring it to a good simmer to use it as a basting sauce to be safe. Okay? They should almost fall apart after you baste them slow, and we talked about that heat. And then to me, there's nothing like taking sweet corn, taking the corn and sticking it in like a thing of water, like the day before. And then you just peel back one side of the husk like I did there, and it sort of steams from being in the water overnight while you're slowly on the grill like that. And then, of course, a great coleslaw. Hey, what else you need, right? All right, let's put this thing together now. What I like to do, there's my coleslaw. I just basically put the bowl of slaw like this. And then, if you want to cut up your ribs, for me, I just like, you know, a couple of pieces of bread, forget it. I'm ready. But if you want to cut them, and what you can basically do is do them over like every other bone or something. So then we'll put these Just kind of around like that. The messier, the better, right? Yeah, the ribs. I mean, come on. Oh, I'm going to show you a dish here in a second that's going to knock you out. So right in between the bones here. And then what I do is I just come back for the corn. I just kind of grab it by the bottom like this. And then you can just sort of, you know, makes a nice presentation as well. And you just kind of love that. Sometimes when I'm by myself in the backyard, I just have like these corn fights, you know? You know. Hey, you gotta have some fun, you know? That way the neighbors don't bother you. They think you're wacky. And there you have it, folks, all right?